If you're into that 80s vibe, you can check out the Club Vector clothing range. Link for that is down below, as is the link for U7 Buy. Cut out the nonsense of FIFA points and the random gamble, and just go straight to the source. Use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another week of Team of the Week predictions. If you have played Weekend League and you finished, gold 3 or so, you will be looking forward to this. If you haven't, don't worry about it too much, because obviously the prices of most of these will be on the floor, as they normally are. It's only the real top big boys that are that expensive. We're going to start life off with a silver. CHAPLIN with a hat-trick in a 5-3 win for Barnsley. I've neglected to put a silver in the last couple of weeks, and the reason is because I just couldn't find one. This week he jumped out at me, and there he is. Next up on the list, we have Spalek with 1 goal and 1 assist in a 3-0 win. Quite a big win that in the Italian league. Not the greatest looking card in the world, but you know, it's good for the fans of that club. Next up, a player that I can't pronounce, Bornau maybe, of Cologne. Again, doesn't look great, but is a stepping stone for something a little bit better. Although I wouldn't say it's likely that he's going to get another inform, but 1 goal and a 2-0 win. You never know if he does that again. Koita, not quite sure to say that guy's name either. It's been an absolute nightmare so far. 2 goals in a 3-0 win. I would question whether that's enough, to be honest. To be fair, there aren't that many players to choose from, but there are strikers at least who have done better. Skoda up next with 2 goals in a 4-1 win. I've chosen him actually because they love this league. They love Czech Republic players. I don't know why. I'm not complaining, but they do tend to give a lot of informs from that league. Up next, we have FLECK of the high-flying Sheffield United with 2 goals in a 2-0 win. This is a central midfield player, though, so they are much more likely, and the fact that he's a Premier League player, they are much more likely to give this out as an inform than the other two. So just bear that in mind. Pagolo, our first goalkeeper of Sassuolo, starts off as a silver, now as a gold. 8 saves in a 0-0 draw. I don't know what they're going to do with goalkeepers this week. I've given you a few options. This is the first one. I wouldn't be that happy about this. The next 2 I would be. Rhodes up next, though, with a hat-trick in a 4-0 win. This has to happen, as much as EA hate to give informs to championship teams for whatever reason. This kind of has to happen for a hat-trick. There's not that many hat-tricks this week, maybe 3, I think, total. He getting 1 of them. I'm not even going to try and say this guy's name. I tried to do it in the early predictions and just butchered it. So he's got a hat-trick of assists in a 4-2 win for Augsburg. I have got 2 options, though. Stay tuned. Up next, we have Stancu, a Romanian striker, who has got 2 goals in a 3-1 win. So far, we've had 3 strikers with 2 goals. So they're not all going to get in there. There will be an exception to the rule. I just don't know which one they'll choose. I'm sure they'll choose one of them. My money's on Skoda, to be honest. Linson up next, who was a striker, has now position changed to a left wing with 2 goals for Vitesse in a 3-0 win. And again, they do hate the Dutch league. I don't know why. They just dislike giving informs from that league, so I wouldn't be surprised not to see him. Up next is Demiral. Now, he's not my only Piemonte Calcio player, or Juve player. He's got 1 assist and 7 clearances in a 3-1 win for Juventus over Udinese. Of course, like I said, not my only Juventus player, but definitely worth a mention. Moving on to Gosling of Bournemouth with 1 goal in a 1-0 win. And it helps him that he is a Premier League player. Also helps him that they beat Chelsea, which was a team that they weren't expected to beat. I think they lost 5 on the bounce up until that game. So, yeah, Gosling should get himself an inform. Sanchez should also get himself an inform, really, with 1 goal and a 2-1 win. Unfortunately, what will go against him is the fact that he played right wing. So, because he played right wing, 1 goal isn't normally enough. A shame really, because it did look like an okay card. Mukiele of Leipzig with 1 goal and a clean sheet and a 3-0 win. This would be a fantastic little stepping stone. I mean, a semi-decent card, kind of on the Eder Militao spectrum. And then, of course, if he does go on to get 1 more inform, we'd be looking at a fantastic centre-back. Not expensive either. Dhir, who, let's be honest, should have about 4 informs right now, but he got them sort of back-to-back-to-back, so EA just completely ignored him. 1 goal and a Man of the Match award in a 1-0 win for Hertha Berlin. It looks okay, but if this was a 3rd inform, we'd be saying fantastic, right? Bergwijn with a hat-trick in a 3-1 win for Feyenoord. This is on the Bergwijn spectrum. You know, they are sort of very similar cards in terms of stats, and I don't think many people would be that happy about getting him unless you're a fan of Feyenoord or Dutch. Moving on to Paredes. Again, I'm not too sure about this one. It could be Neymar, but I doubt it. 1 goal in a 4-0 win. I think Neymar got a couple of assists in there. They won't give it to Mbappe for what he did, but I don't know. I can see this happening. I really can. Moving on again to another Augsburg player. Of course, we mentioned the guy that I couldn't pronounce the name of earlier. I'm going to try and say his name. Niederlechner. No, probably not. Max is the next player with 2 goals. The reason I'm not too sure about Max is because he recently had an inform, so I don't know whether it's too soon as far as EA are concerned. Might as well mention this. Haller, I don't think he's going to get it for 1 goal in a 1-0 win unless EA just want to spice it up a little bit and throw a ones to watch card in their team of the week just for the sake of it. Although saying that, we do have another one coming up that is all but guaranteed. But Haller, for me, hasn't quite done enough, and he's just been hit with that ones to watch curse, really. Schultz of Dortmund with a goal in a 4-0 win. He's the only real option. Well, that's a lie. There is another option, but in my opinion, the only realistic option is Schultz. Royce obviously can't get back-to-back. Otherwise, it would probably be him again. So yeah, for me, Schultz. Moving on, 2 goalkeepers in a row now. Lafont of Nantes. It rhymes, and I didn't even try. 5 saves and a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. I would have thought that'd be enough, to be honest. I would much prefer these 2 goalkeepers over Pagolo of Sassuolo. No, that rhymes as well. That's mad. Does my next one rhyme? No, it doesn't. No, that's a shame. LeComte of Monaco. That's a shame. We could have had 3 rhyming goalkeepers. LeComte got 5 saves and a clean sheet and a 0-0 draw. So I don't know what to think, really. I reckon they'll choose either Lafont or LeComte. Or they'll choose Lafont and Pagolo. Pizzi up next of Benfica. No rhyme in this one. 2 goals and 1 assist in a 4-0 win. That's guaranteed. He gets an inform at least 2 or 3 times a year. Benfica obviously do well in that league, and Pizzi has been there for God knows how long, and he always does well, so there we go. Moving on to our other Dortmund choice, of course, we mentioned Schultz a few seconds ago. Now we're into Sancho with 1 goal and 1 assist in a 4-0 win. Like I said, in my opinion, Schultz is the realistic and the best option here. I don't think Sancho has really done enough, plus he has a better card out there already. Let's go over to the Spanish League and talk about Saul, who, when the ratings for FIFA 20 were first announced, Saul's card, 85 rated, looked like a 76 rated card. Saul, in a 1 goal in a 2-0 win for Atletico Madrid, now looks like he has a respectable card if he were to get this. I would like it, though. It's a nice high-rated card to pack. I like it. Decent. Moving on to probably the most guaranteed card you'll ever get in a Team of the Week. A hat-trick for Coutinho, but also 2 assists. You know, in a 6-1 win, 5 goal contributions. That's pretty inform-worthy, if you ask me. Of course, he does have ones to watch, so that you can expect that to fly up. Just an insane card this year, doing really, really well as well. Jan Vertonghen, oh dear. I mean, if it was a centre-back, I wouldn't be moaning so much, but a left-back Jan Vertonghen. 1 goal in a 2-1 win for Tottenham. Again, if he were in any other league other than the Premier League, I'd probably be saying no here. But because EA have got a bit of a rock-on for Premier League players, I would not be surprised to see this in the Team of the Week at all. Salah up next for his 2 goal contributions in a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Wasn't the easiest of games to watch as a Liverpool fan. There were several occasions where I thought the money we gave Watford wouldn't be enough and they were going to turn on us, but no, fortunately we paid them off well and they fluffed quite a few chances and Liverpool went on to win 2-0. But Salah, with a central card, I might add, because I think he already has a 91 now that they've released those the Team of the Year nominees. He already has a central card, so that would be nice. Kevin De Bruyne up next from Manchester City, of course, with 2 goals and 1 assist in a 3-0 win. He also forced an unbelievable save from Bert Leno in that game as well. I honestly thought he was going to score a hat-trick, and Leno just pulled it out of his backside. If I were Leno, I probably would have let it in just to boost Kevin De Bruyne's confidence, you know, like he needs it. But no, it was a great performance from him and City in the first half in particular, and he definitely deserves this inform. And I'm quite excited actually because he does really fit into my team, although it would be the same rating as the team of the group stage. Moving on to our final player, Cristiano Ronaldo, 2 goals in a 3-1 win. I do have another Juventus player in here of Demiral, you'd have noticed, the centre-back. The reason I went with Demiral is because they already have Salah and De Bruyne, so they have their two sort of staples of Team of the Week. Has Ronaldo done enough with 2 goals and a 3-1 win? EA could easily say no, and they would be met with a fair few complaints, I'm sure, but I don't think anyone would really go and pick it outside of Toronto. Sorry, not Toronto. My apologies, Vancouver, to protest this. So I think, I've given you a nice little backup, but that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully, I've got everyone and I've not missed anybody out. If I have done, I apologise, but feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed it, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel team, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.